What is up, guys? Got a Gaming here, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to talk to you guys 5 things about COD World War II cannot make a mistake on. So let's begin with our topics. Alright, so what I mean by no more of the same content is like they don't need to pull another thing that Activision pulled about a couple of years ago at the end of Call of Duty Ghost. They're like, alright, you want a futuristic game? Here you go. So they give us the Diamond, that is Advanced Warfare, which is actually created by Sledgehammer Games. The irony of Sledgehammer taking us back to boots on the ground after they caused all this mess. But anyway, so we're back to the topic. And basically, I killed this kill though. But just
Threat neutralized.
the fact that they shoved it down our throats 3 years in a row. Here's how it was. It was Call of Duty Ghosts. I mean, honestly, that game got a lot of hate. I didn't really mind it that bad. Like, I don't play it like daily, but I mean, I didn't mind it that bad. It was a decent game for as much hate as it got. I don't agree with what everybody said about it, but
Slowed him down.
then it was Advanced Warfare. The camping community in Call of Duty, they hated Advanced Warfare. And then Black Ops 3 come out. Once Black Ops 3 come out, people were saying, this game is getting old. Please take it back to the roots of Call of Duty. And then they released the junk that is Infinite Warfare. Gosh, it makes me want to puke just talking about it. But it's that bad, like. And then they finally, Infinite Warfare was such cancer. It got 3 million dislikes on YouTube. 3 million. It's the most disliked YouTube video on YouTube. Like, for a Call of Duty trailer, it got the most hate in history. And I really don't blame the public for being disappointed, because they shoved it down our throats, and then they continued to shove it down our throats. It's like Call of Duty, it's like we're eating Thanksgiving. We keep shoving stuff down our throats, but like we don't stop. And that's what Activision here is doing. So that's my problem with, like, no more of the same content. Make it differently. Like, combine it. Like, 1 year have World War II. The next year could be futuristic or modern warfare. And then the year after that, like, change it up. Like, and I'm giving an example such as my YouTube channel. Like, one day I'll do a shooter, and then the next day I'll play some Minecraft. I'm not saying y'all should make a game called Minecraft, but just mix up your content a little bit, like your dialogue for the games and such. It's like, do not give us the same content in like 3 years in a row, making us want to basically hang ourselves. We don't need to hang ourselves, okay? So please do not make the content the same for 3 years in a row again. Make it different, and I hope people watch this to see what I mean by make it different, because like people may misinterpret this, but it just gets bland and old, and like nobody wants to see this exact same game 3 years in a row. It's that bad. But other than that, that's what I have to say about thing number 1. Let's get on to topic number 2 about what Call of Duty needs to do to make COD World War II biblical, great, make COD World War II great again. Let's do it. Alright, so my next topic here is no nonsense. The new Call of Duty does not need to have like Hitler holding a peak LMG and then experimenting with jetpacks and such. Make it realistic. Be like, tell the true storyline of like D-Day and such. Like, don't even think about bringing up a jetpack, or I would just barf and then throw the game in the garbage, because that's like what the community is trying to tell people, and they won't listen. So if that happens, I would just shoot myself in the foot and, you know, pretend that doesn't happen. But, you know, so we don't need any nonsense like jetpacks and such in COD World War II. That's just not realistic. And for those of you that are jetpack fans, I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. To me personally, I'm not the biggest jetpack fan myself. I would rather have, I would much rather have like, boots on the ground. And that's one of the reasons why Infinite Warfare was so hated. Because Raven promised us boots on the ground, and they failed. They lied straight to everybody who's a Call of Duty community fan's face. So, yeah. We don't need any lies, but we don't need any nonsense. And also, like, no, we don't need any clown outfits. That's ridiculous. Who wants to see in World War II a clown? While in D-Day on multiplayer, who would want to see a clown? If you do, then I'm sorry, but you have no life and you're just pathetic. But I do not want to see a clown in COD World War II. I want to see real life soldiers, realistic looking beast. I do not want to see a joke. Alright, it's time Call of Duty gets out of the sandbox, and gets up and starts making mature, good looking, graphic looking Call of Duties like what they've been doing in the past. Alright, we're going to get on to topic number 3. I felt like I've expressed my opinion enough on the... Alright, so, like, one thing Call of Duty World War II needs to include is, like, no more spawn flips. That's ridiculous, like, how in the most recent Call of Duty games, there's been spawn flips. Like, you start off on one side. Why do you have to spawn flip? Like, if you spawn flip, like, does that mean your entire, like, front end flips or whatever? Like, your entire front lines? Does that mean that? Like, spawn flipping just, it messes everybody up. Like, I feel like spawn flipping, it screws people up. Like, if they're in the middle of a kill streak, you get spawn flipped on, just say goodbye to that kill streak you're working on. Like, say you're getting a lightning strike or a pavlo or just something like that, and then your team gets spawn flipped. That represents how much sense spawn flipping makes. I don't even really want to talk about it, because, like, yeah, Activision's going to be like, well, how are you going to counter campers? Kill them. That's literally all you have to do, is kill the campers. Kill the fat slobs that are going to camp in-game and be the sorry, low-life, let them be their sorry, low-life, sweaty people that they are, because they're not that good if they gotta have to camp to get their kills, get their like 5-point KD ratio. You're not good if you do that. I'm sorry. No, there's no excuse for it. I can't explain it anymore. But I don't think it's right that they should spawn flip, because in like World War II, we did not spawn flip in World War II. What you did was you stayed on one side There's one side for one team and then the other side for the other team. The middle of the map was considered no man's land. I think if they added that realism to the game, that would actually make the game 10 times much better. So I don't want to see any spawn flips in this new Call of Duty game. Alright, so don't release an unfinished game, Call of Duty or Sledgehammer. Don't listen to Activision and be like, oh, release it this weekend. Release it when you're good and ready, okay? Because here's why. Here's the mistake Activision did when they made Infinite Warfare. Whenever Infinite Warfare first launched, they did not have combat records. So, when KD ratio, average, your win-death ratio, and just stuff like that, none of that was existent. So basically what happened was, your stuff is saved, but you don't get to see it for 3 months until an update comes out. COD World War II, please do not do this. I am begging you, please don't do this, because it will just make fans angry because they want to see their stats, such as the campers and the MLG pros, such as FaZe. It will make those guys pretty upset because they can't see how they are doing with their Call of Duty. But other than that, like, just don't release an unfinished game, please. I'm begging you, do not. I do not want to see a Call of Duty unfinished. That's one of the reasons why Infinite Warfare failed, but I'm not going to go on that video because that's not what this video is about. So I'm going to keep it going and let's just move on. Alright, so I'm coming back with another topic for Call of Duty World War II. And the reason about this is, in Advanced Warfare, the only game they made, they helped out with Modern Warfare 3, but that's not like their own game. So basically what they did with Advanced Warfare, they had a good idea, but the only problem with their good idea is the default was bad. And what I mean by that is their Scorestreak defaults were bad because every Scorestreak you had was trash. Like, you could kill it in 5 seconds if it's the default version, which is just like cancer, basically. So like the Goliath headshot, you're dead, and that's like supposed to be the best kill streak in the game. Just please do not make it to where it's fair. Like the upgrade system, I like it, but make it to where it's much more improved. Like your I don't know how to describe this, but you can upgrade it, but make the default class have a chance against the upgraded version. I guess that'd be the best way to say it.
All smoke, no fire.
Alright, so yeah, that's that. But the Scorestreak idea, I did like that in Advanced Warfare. The only problem I had with it was, like, why didn't they make the default Scorestreaks any decent? That way, if you upgrade them, that makes them that much better. I don't know. It's Advanced Warfare 2014. Who knows why Call of Duty did a lot of stuff back then, but yeah, so I got one more topic to talk to you guys about. This is a bonus and it's just something that started since Advanced Warfare. Like a lot of the stuff that's happened that's bad about Call of Duty started during Advanced Warfare, so that's the irony. But so yeah, I'm gonna just say it at that. And alright, so this last topic I want to talk about, it's a extra, but I felt like I needed to discuss it because it's something that is like very crucial in Call of Duty since 2014, and that's the supply drops. Like, the reason why so many people are so mad right now is the supply drops. They're so uneven. Like in Black Ops 3, you have the MX Grand, the ASM-1. You have, well, that's in Advanced Warfare. I'm just listing off a couple of guns. But you got those couple of guns that are ruining everything for everybody. And also the Ball 27 and the HD40. Those guns are what's making Call of Duty cancerous right now. And it's just like, why can't there be a default gun to balance the other guns that are like way OP, like camp, corner and a shotgun OP, like people like that? You know, just, I don't know why I said that, but you know, whatever. It's that bad. And I just want you guys to know that's my opinion on it. Is I wish they would balance it. Like, there's a way about the supply drops. They could make them better, possibly. Either balance them or guarantee, if you're buying something, guarantee a gun. Don't guarantee saying, oh, well, you have a 50% chance of getting a gun. No. If I'm going to pay the money, I want to get a gun. But I'm not going to pay a money because I'm not an idiot who will waste my money to Call of Duty for guns. I'm not wasting my money for something so stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I support Call of Duty 100%, but like, that, to me, I think that's just a waste of money. And I don't know what you guys think about it, but that's how I feel. I hope you guys did enjoy the video about the mistakes Call of Duty World War II cannot make. If you did enjoy the video, go click like, comment if you want to see more videos like this one, and if you're new, go subscribe. Remember, guys, to keep it GG.